Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're diving into a recipe that's close to my heart, chicken empanadas. These delicious treats are a staple in many households and for good reason. They're versatile, flavorful, and perfect for any occasion. These little pockets of goodness are filled with savory chicken and baked or fried until golden brown. The filling is a delightful mix of seasoned chicken, onions, garlic, and a blend of spices that give it a rich, robust flavor. The dough is flaky and buttery, providing the perfect contrast to the hearty filling. They're perfect for a crowd or a cozy night in. Whether you're hosting a party, having a family dinner, or just craving something comforting, chicken empanadas are always a hit. You can make a big batch and freeze them for later, making them a convenient option for busy weeknights. Trust me, once you try these, they'll become a family favorite. The best part is, you can customize the filling to suit your taste. Add some cheese for extra creaminess, or throw in some veggies for a healthier twist. The possibilities are endless, and each variation is just as delicious as the last. Let's start by gathering our ingredients. You'll need chicken breasts, onions, garlic, bell peppers, and a mix of your favorite spices. Don't forget the dough. You can make it from scratch or use store-bought pastry dough for convenience. First, cook the chicken until it's tender and juicy. While the chicken is cooking, sauté the onions and garlic until they're fragrant and golden brown. This will add a depth of flavor to your filling that you won't be able to resist. Next, add the bell peppers and spices to the pan. Cook everything together until the vegetables are soft and the spices are well incorporated. This is where the magic happens, as the flavors meld together to create a mouth-watering filling. Once the chicken is cooked, shred it and mix it with the vegetable mixture. Make sure everything is well combined and evenly distributed. This filling is the heart of your empanadas, so take your time to get it just right. Now let's move on to the dough. Roll it out on a floured surface until it's about 1/8 inch thick. Use a round cutter or a glass to cut out circles from the dough. These will be the shells for your empanadas. Spoon a generous amount of filling onto each dough circle. Be careful not to overfill them, as this can make it difficult to seal the edges. Fold the dough over the filling and press the edges together with a fork to seal them. Place the empanadas on a baking sheet and brush them with an egg wash. This will give them a beautiful golden color when they bake. If you prefer fried empanadas, you can heat some oil in a pan and fry them until they're crispy and golden brown. Bake the empanadas in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20-25 minutes, or until they're golden brown and crispy. If you're frying them, cook them for about 3-4 minutes on each side, or until they're golden and crispy. Let the empanadas cool for a few minutes before serving. This will allow the filling to set and make them easier to handle. Once they're cool enough to eat, take a bite and enjoy the delicious, savory flavors of your homemade chicken empanadas. Serve them with your favorite dipping sauce, like salsa or guacamole, and watch as they disappear in no time. These chicken empanadas are sure to be a hit with everyone who tries them. So gather your loved ones, dig in, and enjoy the wonderful flavors of this classic dish. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. I hope you enjoy making and eating these chicken empanadas as much as I do. Until next time, happy cooking! First things first, let's gather our ingredients. For the filling, you'll need ground chicken, onions, garlic, bell peppers, and your favorite spices. I like to use cumin, chili powder, and a pinch of cayenne for a little kick. For the dough, you'll need flour, salt, shortening, and cold water. Now let's get cooking. In a large skillet, brown the ground chicken over medium heat. Drain any excess grease. Add in the chopped onions, garlic, and bell peppers. Cook until the vegetables are softened. Season generously with your spices and let the flavors meld together. While the filling simmers, let's make the dough. The dough is a crucial part of any pie, providing the perfect base and top to encase the delicious filling. A well-made dough can elevate your pie from good to extraordinary. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour and salt. This step ensures that the salt is evenly distributed throughout the flour, which is essential for a consistent flavor in every bite. The type of flour you use can also affect the texture of your dough. All-purpose flour is a great choice for a tender, flaky crust. Cut in the shortening until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. This process is known as cutting in, and it's important because it helps to create layers in the dough, which will result in a flaky crust. You can use a pastry cutter, 2 knives, or even your fingers to achieve this texture. The key is to work quickly to keep the shortening cold. Gradually add cold water, mixing until a dough forms. The cold water helps to keep the fat in the dough solid, which is crucial for creating a flaky texture. Add the water a tablespoon at a time, mixing gently after each addition. You want the dough to come together without being too wet or sticky. Wrap the dough in plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. Chilling the dough allows the gluten to relax, which makes it easier to roll out and helps to prevent shrinking during baking. It also gives the fat time to firm up again, which is essential for a flaky crust. If you have time, you can even refrigerate the dough overnight for even better results. Once the dough is chilled, it will be ready to roll out and use in your favorite pie recipe. Whether you're making a sweet fruit pie or a savory meat pie, this dough will provide the perfect foundation for your creation. Once the dough has chilled, it's time to start shaping your empanadas. The chilling process is crucial as it helps the dough firm up, making it easier to handle and shape. Ensure that the dough has been in the refrigerator for at least an hour. This step is essential for achieving the perfect texture and consistency. Roll it out on a lightly floured surface. The flour prevents the dough from sticking to the surface and the rolling pin. Start from the center and roll outwards, applying even pressure to ensure the dough is of uniform thickness. Aim for a thickness of about 1/8 inch. This will give your empanadas a delicate, flaky crust. Use a round cutter or a bowl to cut out circles. The size of the cutter or bowl will determine the size of your empanadas. Typically, a 4 to 6 inch diameter is ideal. Press down firmly to ensure clean cuts. Gather any leftover dough, re-roll it, and cut out additional circles to minimize waste. Place a spoonful of the cooled chicken filling in the center of each circle. Be careful not to overfill, as this can make sealing the empanadas difficult. The filling should be flavorful and moist but not too wet, as excess moisture can cause the dough to become soggy. Spread the filling evenly, leaving a small border around the edges. Fold the dough over to create a half-moon shape. Gently press the edges together to enclose the filling. This step requires a delicate touch to ensure the dough doesn't tear. If the dough feels too dry, you can lightly moisten the edges with water to help them stick together better. Crimp the edges with a fork to seal. This not only ensures the filling stays inside during baking or frying, but also gives the empanadas their signature look. Press the fork down firmly but gently, creating a decorative pattern along the edge. If you prefer, you can also use your fingers to pinch and twist the edges for a more traditional look. Once all the empanadas are shaped and sealed, place them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. If you're not cooking them immediately, you can freeze them at this stage for later use. Just make sure to freeze them in a single layer before transferring them to a storage bag or container. When you're ready to cook, bake or fry the empanadas until they are golden brown and crispy. Enjoy your perfectly shaped and delicious empanadas. Now for the big decision, baking or frying. Both methods yield delicious results. For baked empanadas, brush them with an egg wash and bake in a preheated oven until golden brown. For fried empanadas, heat oil in a large skillet and fry until golden brown and crispy. Empanadas are delicious on their own, but they're even better with a side of your favorite dipping sauce. Try serving them with salsa, guacamole, or sour cream. For a complete meal, pair them with a simple salad or some seasoned black beans. So there you have it, folks. A simple and satisfying recipe for chicken empanadas. Give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy cooking!